Geoff, there are a number of Commonwealth and state government business funds currently available, but there is one that focuses on small to medium enterprises. Tell us about that.
Yeah, no worries, David. Today I want to talk about a business grant that is being made available by the Victorian State Government, and it's important to separate those from the federal ones. And I appreciate there are many grants being made by both ends of government, but this one affects a lot of our members and it's relatively easy to apply for. It also covers a wide range of automotive business types. The fund's called the Business Support Fund Stage 3, and Stage 1 of 2 of this grant have been previously announced under similar names, and the last one was called Business Support Fund Dash Expansion Grant, for example. The principle of this grant is to assist businesses in getting through the impacts of the shutdown restrictions, and also, like most of the grants, they're designed to keep people in a job. The grant is available to businesses with payrolls of up to 10 million, and you can apply for a grant of 10, 15 or 20,000 based on the size of your payroll. Standard eligibility for these grants has changed for each of the previous stages, and I urge members to have a look through the link provided below to make sure that they're in those guidelines. The guidelines are only 4 pages. It doesn't take long to look at them. I've had a good look through them this morning, but make sure you meet the requirements before you move too far through an application stage. In rounds 1 and 2 of the similar grant, you could apply, most industries could apply as relatively open. There's a change here, and there's a table that determines the parts of restricted industries that can be eligible for the new grant. You still have to meet the standard eligibility criteria, things like being a Victorian business and being a JobKeeper recipient, but you also need to make sure you're listed in the types of businesses that are in round 3. And I've provided a link to those businesses below as well. A large proportion of automotive industries are in this list. There are some additions that we want from government, and we've asked them to add different things in, like fuel retail, and we're in those discussions. But for now, most of auto's on the list, and it's under the other or retail and repairs categories, and have a look in there. Eligible ANZSEC classifications are what they're using, but most of our members are in there somewhere. For many members, your accountant or your business manager might already be looking at this grant, but often members miss out on grants because the information's too hard to find or it's too confusing once you get there. Don't worry, I have this problem as well. I've been looking at grants for years, and sometimes I just struggle to even find where they are. So it's not peculiar to you, it's all of us struggle with it from time to time. That's why I'm using today's film to tell you about this grant, because it's not too onerous to apply. I would say that a large proportion of our members will be eligible for it. However, it ends on the 23rd of November this year, or until the money runs out first. There's enough funding for around 75,000 businesses, but again, once those funds are exhausted, they'll shut that fund down. So either start an application yourself or have a look at the guidelines or get your accountant to look at the guidelines. I would urge you to start that application and make the application as soon as possible. That way you're not going to get nudged out by another industry sector. Keep an eye out for other links that are coming up to grants, and on our bulletins, we'll make sure we get as much information to you on grants as soon as we get it at this end.